On your mark, get set, and let's go get started with today's retro game review. We're taking a look at EA Sports Supercross, a retro racing game made in 2000 for the PlayStation 1. The game starts up with a video of real motocross racing. Then we get to the main screen. We have our choice between starting a quick race, 1 or 2 players, changing the difficulty, creating a rider, and even more options such as entering cheat codes and taking a look inside EA Sports. More on that later. First, let's create our character. Enter a name, and then we get to change our character's outfits, choosing from a small variety of different gear. We can then change our bike, which more or less is just changing its color and number. I went with the color green and the number 1 because hey, why not? Next, let's go back and choose single player. We get our choice between racing events and racing options, which allows you to change the number of laps and opponents. Enough looking around though, let's start up a new series, choose our created character, and get into some action. Press the X button to accelerate, and you will quickly see that this is no ordinary race. For some reason, EA decided they didn't want any violence or chances of anyone getting hurt. This includes going off course. You can't even run into the side objects along the track. If you make a long jump and land on top of another racer, you will just awkwardly push them out the way. These are both a positive and a negative in my opinion. Because of how small the track is, if you were able to get knocked down, it would be total chaos. You get to focus more on the track itself, rather than having to worry about going off course or the other players too much. There's not any music in the game, but you do get some great commentary throughout the race. I think this was one of the best things about this game.
Number 1 is in the zone. 1 lap down.
He's fast, but does he have enough to hold?
They keep you informed on what's going on. Even when you're in first place, they talk about what's happening behind you. The controls aren't too great either. You press the R1 button to do a quick turn, which is more of a 90 degrees bump. I had to hit the button twice going around 180s, which is the only way to make a turn without hitting a wall. We can use the L1 button to preload a jump. There's a bar at the bottom right, and when you press L1 it starts to fill up. Letting go gives you a small but noticeable boost. This is the boost needed to clear most of the jumps. Once I got a feel for using the L1 and R1, things got a whole lot easier. Finish a race and you get points depending on what place you finished. Then get a ranking leaderboard and it's on to the next course. Each course has its own name and location, but pretty much felt the same for me personally. There are 16 courses in all. Finish up the season and we get a new character, Sarcophagus Jones. This guy looks pretty cool. He is pretty much a mummy with a green check dirt bike. Now let's go back and take a look inside EA Sports. Let's start at the top, which is a long video of EA Sports games compiled together. Next is the Life Behind Bars trailer, which is a video of real dirt bike races edited to the theme of music. I did a little research and found out that this video is part of when EA Sports sponsored an AMA Supercross race in the early 2000s. From 2000 through 2002, the series was officially known as the EA Sports Supercross. This sponsorship marked a significant step for video game companies in sports. The last 3 things are music tracks, which I sadly cannot play because of copyright. I thought that this was a pretty fun game overall. I thought the fact that you couldn't hit others, fall off your bike, or run into objects very strange. But my biggest complaint about this game has to be its frame rate, especially when hitting other players. It seemed to go anywhere between 5 to 15 at random. I looked for a speed cheat but couldn't find one right offhand. Yes, it's a PlayStation 1 game, so it can't do but so much. But when you add that in with the strange controls and everything else, it can get really difficult. That being said though, if you're a fan of retro racing, you might want to give this one a try, if you can get past the terrible FPS. Or you can watch me play by clicking at the top right of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I'm trying to make it more of a relaxing and enjoyable experience by using my natural voice and not trying to force myself to say things as much. So hopefully this video turned out good. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Leave a like if you got this far. And I hope to see you in the next review.